Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another reaction video. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The support truly means a lot. And thank you so much for that big 1K. We done finally hit that 1,000, man. I know y'all done seen it when you clicked on the channel. We hit that big 1K. Let's go ahead and check it off the list. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. The grind does not stop, and you guys will be getting daily uploads for now on, man. Daily uploads for now on, man. And I'm not trolling. And I know y'all see the tape on my headset. If there's one thing y'all gonna know about me, is that I ain't never changing, man. And I'm very cheap. What? They work perfectly fine. Nobody got time to be buying new headsets.
I'm Christopher Green, and welcome to Canada.
Welcome to Canada.
Canadians are very resourceful and have come up with some great inventions over the years. Here's a list of 10 inventions invented by Canadians.
Okay.
Number 1.
Now, you know, the only invention I'm aware of is basketball. The U.S. tried to take that off the rip. Everybody, the U.S. think that we create every single sport. If you are from the U.S. watch this video right now, it's okay. Look, I'm behind the camera, you behind the screen. No, nobody got to know. It's okay to believe that the U.S. created every single sport, because that's what they want us to think over here, man. But look, we on a different type of time, and now we woken up.
Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming. Number 2, the Blackberry.
Wow, wait, that was quick. Hold on.
Invented by Canadians. Number 1, time zones. Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming.
Sir
Number
Sandford
2,
Fleming? Wait a minute. Time zones were...
Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming. Number 2, the...
Wait a minute. I want to try to look that name up, honestly. Are we really going to be moving this quick throughout the video? How do I even spell his name? Sir Sandford Fleming? Wait, you see, this is why we got this. We got closed captions, guys. I just need to use this real quick.
Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming.
Sir Sandford Fleming. That... Okay. See, I made it harder than what it seemed like. Hold on real quick. Sir Sandford. Okay, Sir Sandford Fleming. Here we go. Oh, we gotta do some research. Sir Sandford Fleming, born January 7th, 1827, and he died July 22nd, 1915. He was a Scottish-Canadian engineer and inventor, born and raised in Scotland. He immigrated to colonial Canada at the age of 18. He promoted worldwide standard time zones, a prime meridian, and use of 24-hour clock as key elements to communicating the accurate time. He designed Canada's first postage stamp, produced a great deal of work in the fields and land surveying and map making, engineered much of intercolonial, that's a tongue twister for me right there, intercolonial railway in the first several hundred kilometers of the Canadian Pacific Railway, and was a founding member of the Royal Society of Canada and founder of the Canadian Institute, a science organization in Toronto. My man was just doing it all, wasn't he? Maybe he'll be brought up more throughout this video, because apparently that's not all he created. Or should I say invented. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Let's take it from the top. How they do in the movies. Action.
I'm Christopher Green, and welcome to Canada. Canadians are very resourceful and have come up with some great inventions over the years. Here's a list of 10 inventions invented by Canadians. Number 1, time zones. Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming. Number 2, the Blackberry. It was invented by Canadian Mike Lazardis. While it might not be the most prevalent smartphone these days, it was one of the first. And people were walking around with their eyes glued to their Blackberries long before they had their eyes glued to their iPhones or their Androids.
This is how I know I was one of them babies. I'm an 03 baby. What? I could say back in my time, because I was begging my mom for a Blackberry. She had a Blackberry. I want a Blackberry. She got me a Metro PCS phone. I'm grateful for whatever. I can still make calls now. What? It was a flex. The button in the middle light up and everything. It looked just like a Blackberry. Now that I think about it, she fooled me. I want a Blackberry. She gonna give me something that look exactly like the Blackberry just to make me just to make me all happy. You see how you can fool your kids, man? Just give them anything. They're gonna be grateful. if you raise that type of child, for real. Ooh. Blackberry, man. I really wanted a Blackberry. Blackberry used to be that phone way before that iPhone. Wasn't nobody talking about no iPhone. And matter of fact, the Blackberry was touchscreen too, and they would come with little pens so you could tap the screen. Some of the Blackberries was touchscreen on the little screen way before touchscreen was a thing. I'm only 21.
Time zones were invented by Sir Sanford Fleming. Number 2, the Blackberry. It was invented by Canadian Mike Lazardis.
I feel like a boomer.
While it might not be the most prevalent smartphone these days, it was one of the first. And people were walking around with their eyes glued to their Blackberries long before they had their eyes glued to their iPhones or their Androids. Number 3, wheelchair-accessible buses. The first wheelchair-accessible buses were invented by Walker Harris Callow in 1947. He designed the bus to accommodate veterans who were coming back from the Second World War. A lot of these veterans had injuries that required them to use a wheelchair.
Is this why we just have these buses now, all around, not just for veterans, but for, I guess, seniority? Just all seniority in general? I was trying to think of the word. Just all seniority in general? I was going to say seniority. Look, my accent, I'm not going to be able to say that. Y'all going to be on me in the comments. Seniority. It sounds forced, man. Seniority. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, getting onto public transit in a wheelchair wasn't very easy. At least until Walker came along and invented his wheelchair-accessible buses.
W. Walker.
And speaking of wheelchairs, let's move on to number 4, the electric wheelchair. Canadians really care when it comes to not allowing a disability to become a disadvantage.
Right.
And this care was shown by George Klein in 1952 when he invented the electric wheelchair. Number 5, the Canadarm. The Canadarm is a giant robotic arm used on space shuttles, and more recently it's been used on the International Space Station. As the name implies, the Canadarm is a Canadian invention, and one of the people who helped this invention come to be was actually my own grandfather, Joseph Lackner. My grandfather was literally a rocket scientist and worked on batteries used in space.
No. I'm not that gullible American that y'all want me to be. No. I keep telling people this. I'm not that gullible American. You're not just gonna fool me like that, man. You're not just gonna fool me like that, man. Was that a little bit of Canadian humor? Or let me know, for real. I'm not trying to bash you. Was that for real, yo? Hold on. Is he lying? Is he telling the truth?
As the name implies, the Canadarm is a Canadian invention, and one of the people who helped this invention come to be was actually my own grandfather, Joseph Lackner. My grandfather was literally a rocket scientist and worked on batteries used in space. He's been recognized by the Canadian Space Agency, the U.S. Air Force, and NASA. He also received an award from a former Canadian Prime Minister. As a little kid, I always thought it was really strange how he kept batteries in the refrigerator to help them keep their charge, but I guess he knew what he was doing.
Oh, wow.
Number 6, the snowmobile.
Wait.
I suppose it's fitting.
So I'm going to start doing that. Is that extra? Is that doing too much? Who really put batteries in the refrigerator around this time?
That a Canadian would invent the snowmobile. Joseph Armand Bombardier, a Quebecer, invented the snowmobile, unfortunately, because of a tragedy. During a blizzard, his young son got very sick, and because of all the snow, they couldn't travel to the hospital, and unfortunately, he died.
No.
Mr. Bombardier did not want that to happen to anybody else. So he invented the snowmobile. Now, fortunately, these days we have things like snow tires and everything, so getting through a blizzard is not as hard as it was back then. And the snowmobile has become more of a fun recreational thing.
It depends where you live. You ain't never seen no high snow. You want to know how high snow can get? Come to New Jersey, and it's not even a worse state, for real. I don't know how the snow is out there in Canada, but oh my goodness, here. See, we get inches, as a matter of fact. We might get 2 feet at most. I have yet to experience the 6 feet and up. What? Imagine 6 feet of snow.
Number 7, the snowblower. Speaking of snow, there are 2 Canadians who are credited with patents for early versions of the snowblower. Robert Carr Harris of New Brunswick is credited with the first patent, and Arthur Sicard of Quebec is credited with the first practical snowblower.
Smart man.
Number 8, the gas
snow.
mask. During the First World War, Germans used poison gas against the Allied troops. Dr. Clooney McPherson, a Newfoundlander, modified a helmet taken from an enemy prisoner. Using this, he created a gas mask. His efforts saved British, Canadian, and other Dominion lives. Number 9.
I always look at that mask and it look kind of scary. It don't look scary laid out like that.
Efforts saved British, Canadian, and other.
But when they got it on like that, it make me second guess about wanting to try you. That mask is kind of intimidating, especially if you can't see the eyes. Even if you can, it's still intimidating a little bit. I've always thought that.
Other Dominion lives.
Seen the Germans with
Number
those
9,
on,
the Robertson screw.
The what?
That's right, that screw with a little square indent for your drill or your screw to get in there. It was invented by Canadian P.L. Robertson in 1908. And last but definitely my favorite on the list.
Wait, like a drill bit? Or, wait, hold on. What type of drill?
Lives. Number 9, the Robertson screw.
Robertson screw.
That's right, that screw with a little square indent for your drill or your screw to get in there. It was invented by Canadian P.L. Robertson in 1908. And last but definitely my favorite on the list, number 10.
We don't really use those screws too much out here in the U.S., honestly.
The egg carton. I think this one's especially cool to us who are in the news media industry because it was invented by a newspaper editor. That's right, in 1911, British Columbian newspaper editor Joseph Coyle invented the egg carton. I love these interesting origin stories, and this one develops from a dispute between a local farmer and a local hotel owner. Basically, this farmer sold eggs to this hotel owner, but when they showed up, they were all cracked, and I'm guessing the hotel owner was kind of like,
"These eggs are cracked. I will not receive these eggs. I want my money back."
Unacceptable.
And the farmer was like,
"Hey, look, man, it ain't my fault that the eggs got cracked. I wasn't driving the truck. Maybe you just cracked them so you don't have to pay for them."
Oh, here we go. You see? Now we got to handle it like men. Come outside. You get to accusing me of that now? No, you starting a whole nother problem now. Let's not take it there. Here we go.
You expect me to fall for that old trick?
and it just kind of got messy. I mean, I guess it already had. The eggs got broken, and that's messy. The editor, Mr. Coyle, solved the problem by creating the egg carton, which allowed the eggs to be transported without jiggling all around and breaking so much. So you see, newspapers are the community's best friend. Wink, wink, wink. So there you have it, 10 Canadian inventions.
Wow. And I'm now learning about these in 2025. Doesn't even amaze me, honestly. Doesn't even shock me, honestly. So many more things for me to learn. So many more things to find out along this journey. So what I need y'all to do is please spam my comment section and continue to spam my suggestion link in the description down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The love and support truly means a lot. And thank you so much for the 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, I'm posting every day. Daily uploads. So what I need you to do is go ahead and share this channel and share this video to your friends and family members. Whoever you feel may be interested. Because we not missing a day. We ain't missing a day no more. Mark my words. I'm a man of my word, man. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Stay safe.